Hey guys, this is Daniel from PS3 Game Review, bringing you something a little different to our channel. This is a trailer analysis of State of Decay. Here is a quote from the website. State of Decay is our ambitious zombie survival open world game currently under development at Undead Labs for release on the Xbox 360, Xbox 360 Arcade and the PC. Basically, State of Decay is a single player only game, although they will be bringing out an MMO version after the single player is released. So everything you see here is going to be an alpha footage of the single player game only. So as I said, this is going to be a trailer analysis of one of the trailers called Base Building, and basically I'm going to pause the video and speak about what I think is on the screen and what I think is going to happen. So I'm going to show you that trailer now and then we'll speak about it afterwards. Okay, and that was the trailer for Building a Base. So now I'm going to play it and stop it and speak about what I think. So first of all, what I want to talk about is the HUD menu. From what I can see here, in the top left it has your morale, and what I first thought it was kills, heals, people, your resources, and I have no idea what the other two are. But on closer inspection, the first symbol, which I thought was like a weapon crossover, actually looks like a knife and fork, so it might be saying like what crops you have or something like that. As you can see at the bottom left, you have the mini map with, on the left hand side I believe it's your energy bar, and the right hand side I believe it's your health bar. But bringing on to this main menu on the right here, it looks like you have a picture of you with your control underneath it, so you're controlling that player, and you have the list of all the survivors in your base next to it. It also has health and a little lightning bolt, which I believe is the health and energy again, and it has friend, so you might have different relationship statuses with the people in your base, so you could have friends, lovers, enemies. I have no idea, I'm just speculating here. If you go further down a bit, it has a no melee weapon and no gun, so this shows you can have a melee weapon and have a gun on you. Hopefully you can have it at the same time. And hopefully you can have like two, if you've got two pistols you can dual wield the pistols, or if you got like two knives you can dual wield knives. I have no idea, but this is only my guess from looking at the picture. And then below that you have traits, and the character here has the doctor trait and the travel trait. So the travel I was kind of a bit iffy on, but doctor's kind of self-explanatory. It probably means you heal people a lot faster, or you can heal more than other players who do not have that trait. Travel, I believe it means you can maneuver quickly, so you might come across a survivor who, I don't know, is on crutches or something, so he doesn't have the travel trait, so he can't maneuver that quickly. This is only a guess, I've no idea, I'm just speculating here. Also on the left you have your character portrait with a bag on it, and above the bag it has £60, so I think this is what the bag can carry, and not obviously the bigger the bag the more stuff you can carry. And obviously inside the bag it looks like just some medicine. And final note on this menu here, see at the bottom it has thoughts of the character, so you can see what the characters are thinking, and that could probably help you interact with those characters. So moving on to the next one, here you can see what it looks to be like a map of your base and where you can build. So each little blue square, it shows you where you can build and what you can build. I'll come on to what those pictures are later on in this video. So basically you have the green section, which the place where obviously this character is going to go build. So that's what I found out from here. There's nothing really else on this menu here except from like where you can build an outpost. It looks like you can have watchtowers and telegraph poles, so that maybe reach out to other towns and other NPCs. So that's what I think. Going on to moving, actually building stuff, here is what I've got. So here is the first building that we can see and that you can build, and this is called the setup work area, and this is what the description says. We can make the things we need to fight the zombies instead of having to scavenge them. It also has a little timer above it of 15 mins, so that's 15 minutes to build. Whether that will be 15 minutes in real time or 15 minutes in game time, I have no idea. I'm probably going to say it's going to be in real life time. So you build it, and then 15 minutes later it'll be done. It also has little drawings of like 5, 2 and 3. I believe this is like, it'll cost this much resources to make, it will need 2 people, and I have no idea what the stars are. I just don't know what. If someone knows, if someone has an idea, just write in the comments and I'll put an annotation up of what I think is the best choice. And underneath the description you can see the dedicated work area kind of trait for the building, I think anyway, and this does plus 100% construction, faster construction should I say, sorry, and plus 10% material storage capacity. So the more you have, the more storage you can store. As we go on later, I'll explain that I think you can choose what ones you want, and as I said, I'll speak to them later. So let's just move on to the next building. So the next building we see is called the sleeping area, and this looks like it will take 10 minutes to make and same amount of resources as the work area. As I said, with the traits, it says there that this is not as good as beds, but it's something. So maybe you can unlock beds, and so it's more comfortable for people to sleep. And obviously, the more survivors you bring back to your base, the more of these you're going to have to build. So you might have to demolish something else, like your crops, or a work area or a storage place, to make sure you have survivors. So probably the less survivors you have, the less of these you need to build. So let's just pop on to the next one. The next building is a medical area, and this will take 30 minutes to construct, and it will have a plus 25 medicine capacity and a 50% healing rate. So if you heal people there, you'll heal them faster than what you normally do without it. Kind of makes sense. But it says here it requires medicine, so you might have to go out and scavenge hospitals and bring back medicine so you can build medical tents, which kind of makes sense. So you can't build everything off the bat. So obviously you can't become overpowered on your first day. You actually have to go out and fight the zombies, which I think is quite good. So we'll just go on to the next building. So the next building is a training area, and this is the building I was going to speak about, which has the kind of different traits. See, you can have 2, and one of them gives you plus 10 stamina for everyone in your base, and the other one adds an additional 10 stamina for everyone, but requires, and we don't see what else. So I think you can choose what one you want, and you can upgrade it to what you want. This one takes about 10 minutes to construct, 10 resources, 2 people. I have no idea what the stars are. As I said before, no idea. If people can write in the comments, that would be really helpful. So that's all I got for the construction. Let's just move on to the next one. So here is a cooking area, and it says here it requires a workshop. So obviously you need to build buildings, create other buildings, and as I said before, I think that's really great. So you can't build everything on your first day and become really overpowered, and therefore you've done whatever the game wants you to do. This cooking area says it takes 1 day to make, which I don't know if I like that or not, if whether it take 1 whole day or 1 game day. I don't know. So we'll move on to the next building again. I don't know how many times I said that, but let's do it anyway. So let's go. Okay, so we have the storage area, and the storage area increases storage for food, medicine, building materials, ammo and fuel, and it also requires a workshop to build. This takes 1 hour to make, so it's a bit Obviously it's a lot less time for the cooking, but obviously I think you need to use the cooking and the crops at the same time to get a load of food and keep your survivors healthy at your base. So next one is the crops, so let's just go and have a look at that and see what happens there. Okay, so this is the garden area, and the garden area produces food, kind of self-explanatory. Garden, plant crops, grow food. This costs 1 minute to make, and you can actually see the counter go down for I think like about 2 seconds. I think I freezed it on like 59 seconds, so you can tell it goes down, which makes me think that it is real life time and not actually game time. But I still don't know. It might differ between different buildings that you build. After you see the crops grow, which will be coming up here, you can see in the top left the HUD changes, all the numbers change. So when the materials number, bottom left of the HUD, it has 35 now, so I think like obviously you can build and gain resources while still in your base and don't actually have to go out, but you probably get more if you do go out. Also I wanted to point out there looks like there's quests that you're going to have to do. Now we're in the top right, it had the quest name, and probably you go into your quest log and you see what we've got to do and go complete those quests, and complete quests you get resources and survivors that you can bring back to your base. But other than that, that's the analysis for the trailer. If anyone's got anything to say, write it in the comments below. If I've missed out anything, just tell me. If I'm being stupid, just tell me. Have a conversation between each other, see what you think to the game. This game's been released spring 2013 on the Xbox 360, Xbox 360 Arcade and the PC. There are no plans for the PS3, I do not think. And what you saw was the single player version. A multiplayer version will be coming out either late 2013 or 2014, depending how well the actual single player game goes. So that was State of Decay. I'm Danny from PS3 Game Review. Hope you enjoyed this video. See you later.